need electricity. So I've been using my little generator down here, which is great, but it's obviously not a permanent solution. Even while I'm here working, I need electricity. So I have a solution to that problem too. Let me show you. This is my solution to the problem. We're going off grid. So to expand on that, we've actually been living off grid already for quite a few months now while they're building our house up here. I had to do this by necessity, but now I'm going to greatly expand this system for a whole lot of reasons. One of them being these solar panels right here. I get locally from a guy that's selling them used. They're commercial panels, they're only like 2 years old. They're 330 watts each, and he sells them for like $100 a panel, and I don't have to pay shipping. That's huge. The plan for now, you know, again, temporary solution, is I'm actually about to build a cute little shed down here to actually house all the batteries and inverters and everything. They're stored inside the camper right now, but yeah, in the future I'm never gonna hook this shop up to the grid for a lot of reasons. One of them being, believe it or not, actually cost. So the cost of running electricity to it, putting a meter on it, having to deal with the county that wants to do their permitting and inspections, everything else, all of that nonsense. It's actually, I know the solar equipment, the batteries are quite expensive, but once you start figuring it out, you know, thinking about it like that, it's actually the cheaper way to go in my case, especially when you start buying used stuff. In fact, I'm going to pick up a couple of used batteries tomorrow, and then eventually, super long term, once I have my own system in there, I am going to spend the money to run cable up to the house and then start running my house off grid, because those 2 panels there, that's what I have for now, but I want to have basically as many as I can fit. You know, I can fit quite a few right there. I can fit another couple up here that'll get sun in the mornings. Just go nuts with it, really. That'll be fun. Just, I mean, make my own electricity, right? Look at this beautiful piece of garbage here. I'm not a carpenter or framer, whatever you want to call it. So I just wanted to throw it together. This is kind of more or less temporary anyway, just to house all the batteries and inverters. Got plenty of room in here, that sort of thing. I got it pretty much done. Well, this is just the house wrap. Again, leftover stuff I got out of the dumpster, so it looks like crap. But anyway, my plan is to have 2, 4, 6 batteries. We'll hook them up in series, and then we'll have the main positive probably right here. This is just some aluminum, about 1/4 inch. It's going to be my bus bar. So over here we could have the main positive, hook everything up, and then mirrored on the other side, something like that for the main negative. Again, equal length conductors for each battery. And then I'll probably build a little shelf, or maybe just mount the inverter to that back wall. Get it all hooked up, and I still got to build a door for this thing. But this wire, this is what's going up to the camper. This is 10 gauge, what is it, the UF, the underground rated stuff. But that'll be enough for our camper up the hill there. Because as soon as the camper's gone, I'm just going to move all this stuff into the container over there. The reason that I haven't done that already is that from the container to where a camper is set up is like 250 feet or something like that. So in order to run power back and forth between the two would have taken some crazy wire, like 6 gauge, something like that, and I think it would have been like $500 or $600 just to run one cable to run power. So that's why I built this little shed here. Just have a temporary little power station, and then I'll have my other setup in there that I can charge from this and have temporary power. But yeah, we'll get all this done, and then the next phase will be more solar panels.
You're welcome, Mommy.
I'm making progress. Got 3 panels mounted so far. Let me show you the basic design that I came up with. 4x4 post, 4x4 on the front, and then unistrut just bolted into the mounts on the panel themselves. And one little guy, to actually mount the unistrut to the board, I came up with this little bracket. Very simple piece of stainless, screwed into the board and then bolted into the unistrut. Now in the middle, so it goes 4x4s on the outside and then a 4x6 on the inside here. Now the reason I'm doing it in stages here is partially because of this other array. I need to move it pretty soon. Moving the old mount out of the way. Some idiot put like 3 bags of concrete and buried it like 3 feet deep in the ground though. So that's fun. But we almost got it. Then we're gonna do the next 6 panels. Almost there. It's free now, it's just heavy. Whew. That's heavy. So we're using the strut nuts to actually attach the panels to the unistrut. It's a 1/4-20 fastener with just a washer and a lock washer. Got it done. Well, this is only 2/3 done. There's going to be 3 more panels over here. But this is as done as it's going to get for now, because these 3 panels, when I put 3 in parallel and then 3 in parallel again, I have 2 charge controllers. They're only 30 amp charge controllers right now. So they're already more than maxed out in the full sunshine. And so until I get, you know, better and bigger charge controllers, which will probably be when I move everything into the shop, you know, there's not a whole lot of purpose in me putting the last 3 panels up. But yeah, I'm sitting inside the box right now. It's actually been working extremely well. I am very happy with this system right now as far as just powering our camper, including this inverter back here. It's a 4,000 watt inverter, which is more than enough, but that was kind of the goal. Especially it's springtime coming up on summer, so probably going to be running the AC in the camper pretty soon, that sort of thing. So we upgraded to this, but again, when we go to the full-on shop setup, we're going to need probably 6, 7, 8,000 watts. you know, we're gonna need a lot more power. But yeah, some of this wiring and stuff, like I said, is very much temporary and not very safe. But again, this little shed here, it's going to be here for a couple months, and then I'm going to break the whole thing down. We're going to reassemble it properly in the shop, you know, all that good stuff. So maybe some of y'all can pause the screen and see how many different code violations there are in my wiring job. So here I am, actually set up inside the container. Got my desk in here, got my computer so I can actually edit these videos not on my laptop, so that's nice. I've got the temporary power in here. I stole the battery and inverter setup we used to have in the camper. So the little power station, I'm calling it, it's out there, it's working awesome. I mean, we actually just had like 2 or 3 cloudy days and battery just stays fully charged. It's amazing. Even when it's cloudy, we still get probably 500 or 600 watts coming in just because I over paneled it so much. So that's really cool. And I actually just run an extension cord from that power station to in here to charge this. I've got extra solar panels. I may go ahead and put that mount that I dug out of the ground nearby and just plug these in, you know, all the time. That way I don't have to worry about charging them. But yeah, it's working great. Got my little desk in here. The next thing I really need to do is insulation. Because yeah, I mean, I put that fan in back there, ventilation fan back in the corner, and it actually works amazingly well, just how much air it'll move through this container. But it's definitely not going to be good enough, especially in the long term. So yeah, I think insulation should probably be the next project that I tackle. But yeah, we're making more progress.